Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. That kind of hurt my voice when I did that. Coming out to you today with a retirement vlog video. It's been a while. I actually don't know what day this is. This might be a month by now. We'll see what happens. First, before I start the video, everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, this weekend I happened to be with the girlfriend. Girlfriend has a house in the Poconos. We went with her, two of her friends, and another one of their friends. So there's 5 of us in total. There was 3 different dogs. It was heckin' fan-freaking-tastic. So exactly what we did. I got to her place on Friday, where she lives, and then not her place in the Poconos, but just where she lives in general. And then we just hung out on Friday. Just did a bunch of fun, cool stuff. Traffic was miserable getting there. Anyway, we leave on Saturday morning, and we just go. And first off, let me tell you guys, if you haven't seen your girlfriend, and this is for my guys that are here, if you haven't seen your girlfriend in a couple weeks, make sure you spend some quality time with her before you go off and say like, hey, let's watch TV, let's do this. Anyway, just letting you know that. So outside of that, we go to the Poconos, and she has her dog Gemma, which you guys have seen on here. There's another big dog named Ralphie. It was so cool. I haven't pet dogs in like 2 weeks. I got to pet all 3 all weekend. There's another one named Janice. It was a lot of fun. And for those of you that haven't, and I'll get to the point of this video. I'm not just going to describe, my weekend. Although, if you guys want, it was great. It was drinking. We did a lot of fun stuff. Cards Against Humanity, breakfast. But why this weekend was so important to me was because this was the first weekend that I've spent with her at the Poconos that I wasn't stressed beyond belief working. We've been going since December, and maybe even before that. And I was very, I don't say miserable, I was just not with it. I was not enjoying it. Not because I didn't like it. It was very cold and it was very snowy, and that kind of had one thing, but because I was working that high-risk lending business. I was working that Pokemon business. And I was having I was making 3-4 videos a day trying to get partnered with YouTube. And as I'm finally gaining traction, I just couldn't. I was like, taking 2 days off. It's like, oh my God, it was impossible. I just could not do that. I was not getting sleep as it was, and any time I get off, I just want to work on my other projects, and I just couldn't. So I was extraordinarily stressed. I literally like a month ago, the last time we went, I was like on her couch, and I was like literally like crying. I was like, listen, I stressed about going to the Poconos because I just have so much work to do. I can't do it. And we wound up going because clearly I needed the vacation. And he's like, yeah, listen, if this like evening tells us anything, like you need to like freaking calm down, and you need to like freaking take it easy. So I did. And then why I didn't just slow down. Like, okay, well, Chavez, like, you didn't have to just retire. Like, you could have just slowed down. Instead of working 7 days a week, you could have been like, okay, well, let me split it up. Let me do 4 days a week at, the high-risk lending business, 3 days at Pokemon, which at the end, that's what I was doing. I wasn't working Fridays anymore. But then I can't do that while having a girlfriend and while trying to do YouTube videos. And I just realized, okay, if anyone remembers that conversation Neil deGrasse Tyson had on a talk show, and he says, okay, well, what type of congressmen are there always? It's usually like, it's like a lawyer, businessman, lawyer, attorney, like, where's the teachers? Where's the scientists? Where's the contractors? And where's the rest of life? And I took that to heart. Like, yeah, life shouldn't just be about one thing. When you group a thing, and again, that's politics, but I have been working my face off as long as I can remember, since the military, and then after that, and I joined the military at 21, 22, so it's literally been, in 2012, so been a long time. And tomorrow's not guaranteed to any of us. If my investments right now, if they don't do anything, if they stay flat, I still won't have to work for 15, 20 years. Obviously, I expect them to, go to the moon, and that's how I'm going to do all my charity work. That's how I'm going to do all that. But if anyone remembers in The Outsiders, I think it's Ralph Macchio, he's Johnny. He gets hurt real bad, and he says, 16 ain't long enough. Like 16 years isn't long enough. That's not a life. I mean, you can have a good life, not long. And at 30, I was like, okay, like I need to enjoy life. I need to. Again, tomorrow's not guaranteed to any of us. Nobody has that. Crystal ball, see when they're gonna die. If I die at 34 for whatever reason, like, okay, I'm not gonna keep working until the day I die. Some people do, and I just can't. I need to. And I wouldn't have been able to do this trip if I was still doing what I was doing. I wouldn't have been able to do a lot. See people for holidays, finally seeing my friends. So, if you have the ability to not work for a little while, yeah, go take some vacations, make memories, take a day off, just go enjoy nature. Now, I get it. I'm extraordinarily lucky that I was able to have these successful careers and these successful businesses where I don't have to work. And not everyone can do that. I understand that. But I just don't want people being salty at me like, yeah, you could still be working, like still be a productive member of society, which I still technically am. I was making YouTube videos, creating entertainment for people. But I don't want people to think that I'm just like a lazy bum. And like I even talked to my girlfriend about it. I was like, hey, like, you think I'm a bum now? And she's like, no, you're just working. So I'm happy that you're able to spend more time with me. I was like, oh, great. And I'm like one of those people like in that meme. If anyone's ever seen that meme where it's like, they have me at my wedding day. They're like, hey, you still like me, right? like to my spouse. And I was a little like that before. I was just like, hey, so like, not getting sick of me, are you? And she's like, no. And I was like, okay, so I have to make sure every once in a while. But yeah, I would definitely recommend taking time off if you're working too hard, because it's also I didn't like the person I was becoming. I was becoming very short with people. I was in a bad mood. And then just shout out to my friend Nicole that is kind of going down the path that I am, not saying retiring, just moving from one job to focusing on her own business, which I might do. And again, this may or may not be permanent. Like I said, I will continue to make YouTube videos. I'll continue to cover Earth 2, continue to do all these things that I think need to be said. Conversations like my last video was about a veteran's reaction to Falcon and Winter Soldier. That episode, that was a very important episode in my opinion. One of the most important for veterans. Just how civilians see veterans and why they do the things that they do sometimes. Now, obviously, that will probably get like 60 views, 100 views. They don't get that much. Even the veteran suicide thing that I made didn't make that much. But, I've talked about possibly trying to work for Neuralink at some point. Elon Musk, I want to help the world. I want to help people. I felt like if I could make as much money as I can, then I could buy these wilderness areas. Okay, now they're conservation areas. Can't hunt on them, can't do anything on them. But if I can, maybe after I've taken a few years off and, I'm with a girlfriend, we move, happily ever after, that type of deal. Yeah, let me try. If I could try to work something for a couple of years and it can really help people or animals, yeah, I'll do it. So anyway, guys, comment down below what you think my next big project should be after, trying to live life, catch up with friends for a few years. And it'll take me that long just because my friends are scattered everywhere. It's not like, I never left my hometown and they're all just in one spot. No, it's like most of my friends that weren't in the military are, in the U.S. still mostly, but friends that are in the military are still scattered all over the world. So it's going to take some time to see everyone. But I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Everyone say bye-bye to Deshi. Bye-bye, Deshi. I love you. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. Merch store down below.